We're going to give you a couple ways to sort of make your selection here, but a rare chance to get a MacBook Air under $900. So you're going to choose the color of the actual MacBook Air itself. It comes in this fabulous rose gold. We have it in the space gray, and we have it in the silver. So there you go. You start right there, and then you get to have some fun, and you get to pick what color of the accessory package you would like. And everyone is getting a clear screen or another color of your choice. And then you're getting a carrying case. You're getting earbuds, so you can pop them in on the go. And you're getting a MacU membership, so you can always jump online and take classes or, you know, get a tutorial on anything you need from Apple. So let's go ahead and walk you through the colors. This one is called Clear, though the case is a little bit more of that red houndstooth. In the center, we have our marble. That's called white marble. Over here, we've got our luscious leopard. This green is called Galaxy Marble. And then the blue is called Serenity Python. And then we have Celestial, which is the lilac. It is sleek. It is sexy. We sold these out almost a year ago. We do not get Apple MacBook Airs very often. And when I just kind of searched the world of Apple, I was like, do I want a desktop, or do I want a classic MacBook, or do I want something light and thin and still has all the speed and performance? I said, it's an Apple MacBook Air for me. And it's Bill Duggan for us here tonight on HSN. Bill Duggan, our electronic expert, our Apple expert. You've been presenting these for what, over a decade?
Yeah, that's just it. And we're excited because the last time we did have a MacBook Air, we've had it one other time this entire year. And then in 2024, it was mid-December. It was the holiday offer, and guess what? It was sold out by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This is an abbreviated presentation. They sell themselves. It's that Apple computer, that wedge design that we all love, that perfect size, that backlit keyboard, the 256 gigabytes of memory. That's one reason why I wanted to upgrade, because I only had 128. I've doubled it. One thing we really like to highlight is that M1 chip. There's a few reasons why. Don't mind me for just a second. I'm going to log in. Finger touch ID, which is great, easy and quick. But that M1 chip is offering us better battery life, 18-hour battery life. A lot of people like to upgrade their computers because their battery life is not there. But that M1 chip is just a signifier that this is a newer computer from Apple. Why? The M1 chip is made by Apple. The prior chip was a third-party manufacturer, and actually it was during COVID, and they were like, you know, we just want to do it all in-house. We want to make sure that we, you know, check all the boxes, get everything that we want out of it. So they started making their M series of chips. And that's just it. The M is for Macintosh, who knew? But the best part about it is you're getting efficiency, you're getting better battery life, you're getting more memory. And then when you get to the specs of speakers on both sides, backlit keyboard, large trackpad, you are just going to love the efficiency of what this computer will do for you. And remember, Sarah, it's not just for computing anymore. It's going to be for TV watching and streaming and taking your telephone calls and storing all that great content in one place. And it's truly, I'm going to just put it this way, it's an investment. Apple is an investment, but it's an investment in quality, in performance. I mean, it's Sunday evening. I don't want to be stuck on the computer all night because I'm waiting for buffering and speeds, or tomorrow morning when I have to sit down and work on stuff that you're like, I hope it warms up. I hope it's going to do its job. You're shopping at the right time, and you're getting more bang for your buck. Yes, you're getting a computer that you really maybe have aspired to have, or you wanted to upgrade. But then we're including a lot of fun extras. This case, it's awesome. It's not just the sleeve. You have that nice carrying handle. It's nice and comfort and padded. Pockets in the front, trolley holder in the back. So you get that as well. You're also getting this great voucher, upside down and everything. There's a language learning software, cooking software, but it's this one right over here, the MacU. It's online video support for an entire year. And what's good about that? Maybe you're a Mac user, maybe you're new to Mac, which it happens, but you know what's going to happen in the fall? Apple's coming out with a new operating system that's going to affect the tablets, the phone, and even your computer. And so the MacU will give you little tutorials and help you, find the trash can if they move the trash can. We don't know what's going to happen. Another cool thing that you're getting included are these clip-on cases. Why is this important? You want to protect your computer, right? So But instead of getting a scratch on this or making it, very unique, these cases just clip right on, protect your device, but also, I know this is my computer, which is awesome. So it's protecting, but it's also just fabulous. And remember, it just clicks on and off. So if you want to remove it, you easily can. It's those little upgrades that we've included that have really made this so popular. But Sarah, this is our last chance to share it with you.
Last presentation. Yep. We kind of launched it together, Bill, and now we're ending it together. It's been a good run, but I will tell you what, our MacBook Airs are not on air very often. It's very difficult to bring in, of course, the #1 computing brand. When it comes to quality, you will by far find that this will exceed your every expectation. I'm still finding things every day on my MacBook Air. I'm like, oh, I didn't know it could do that. Oh, I'm actually reading my text messages from my phone. Oh, wait. The phone that had my pictures and my videos are now on my computer. Of course, Apple talks to Apple, so that's why that happens so easily. But the other great reason why I love it is that I don't have to remember any passwords anymore. I just say, oh, I just touch my little hand right there, my fingerprint. So everything is just that much more intuitive, that much more seamless. If you've used an Apple iPad or an Apple iPhone, this is going to be completely seamless. It's the same operating system, so it's not like a big learning curve, but it is our final presentation. I highly recommend Apple, and I know a lot of you do love our Apple products here at HSN, but what's really great is that I know that once you make an investment, you will never regret buying the best quality your money can buy. How many times have you said, I could make do with this, or I could make do with that, or I'll get the no-name brand? Well, 6 months, a year later, you're probably regretting that decision. This is your chance to say, you know what, I'm just gonna do it once, and I'm gonna do it right. That's kind of how I was thinking of it, Bill, when I made my decision. I'm like, you know what, I just don't want to even have to deal with buying another laptop for years and years and years and years. And that's the point. They last for years. So once you make an investment today, it's actually a better value in the long run because you're not replacing it and because it's such an incredible, intuitive, easy to use machine. So you're going to pick the color of your MacBook Air. You're going to get either the silver, the rose, or what we call the space gray. And then you're going to pick your color of the accessories. It's all under $900, a couple ways to finance your order. Oh, we have free shipping too, because it's free shipping on everything for the next 5 hours and 14 minutes. We also have interest-free monthly payments on the HSN credit card, and that comes down to $293 if you want to space out that's on FlexPay. Yeah, do we have HSN financing on this one? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yes, and what's the price on that one? There we go, $48.88 on your HSN credit card. But to get a huge value, and we aren't going to see another value like this, we promise you this will be the lowest price ever on the Apple MacBook M1 mode.
Well, that's just it. If you're thinking back to school, this is the time to shop. If you're even thinking holiday, this is the time to shop, because the best part about it is you're going to have the luxury of taking the time to move into it. My sister, poor girl, she got through the holidays. She knew her computer was fading. The battery wasn't doing it as long and all that. She waited until her computer crashed, and that was the last thing you want in terms of now you can't shop a deal. Because what I often do is I get the deal, I move into the new tech, which I love that new tech, and I'm worth it, you're worth it. But that computer that still kind of works, I hand that off to the niece and nephew. I hand that off to my mom so she has a nice new computer. But more importantly, these do last. And that's the reliability of what you're investing in. One of the nice things I like about this too is, yes, this is my desktop. It can be cluttered and messy, but is this familiar to a new user or someone else? Because this looks like my phone. It looks like my tablet. You're going to get some stuff preloaded on here, like I had Word and Pages and and Keynote. Those are the Apple equivalent of PowerPoint, Word, Excel. And guess what? I can work in both worlds. I went to the Apple App Store and was able to download them, no problem. And the Apple App Store, the stuff we download from there or stuff we download from our email, we're not going to get the viruses and the malware and the clutter that slows it down year two, because that's what you were talking about, Sarah. It's an investment, but it's investment that's going to last you because you're putting down some money now, but it's going to pay for itself going forward because it's reliable. So many people have come up to me and was like, oh, I love my Mac. I've had it for years, which is great because I was a PC user, and I have a stack of PCs in my garage that I'm like, I'm not using that brand again. Oh, tried them, not going to go there again every 2-3 years. However, with Apple, once you go Apple, you never go back. And think of it this way. I mean, hsn.com, right? It's a web page, but that's even evolved. And now we're streaming on our computers, so we want to be able to have a faster, easier processor and make it intuitive. Our interests will change, our needs will change. You know, we go from school to work. This will grow with the student and the professional. And remember, it's the computer at a great price, and you're shopping ahead of the curve, but it's the extras, I think. It's that voucher we're including with, yes, some great extras, but the Mac U for an entire year, how to learn to use your Apple device. I mean, not just the computer, but if you're trying the phone as well. And I know you were just on with Lori and you were selling an Android phone.
Yes.
This is one thing people don't realize. You don't have to be all in with Apple. You can have an Android Samsung phone and make the calendars communicate and the photos migrate over. How do you do that? You know what I say? You go to the Mac U. There'll be tutorials on there on how to do that, which is great because of the quality of what you're getting. It's the Apple design. It's the luxury of showing off the computer. But remember, we like to highlight that M1 chip. It just realized it's one of their newer systems. Because I'll also be direct with you. They're onto the M3 and M4 chips right now, but those computers are more expensive. You're being smart with your dollar. You're getting that same experience with one of their newer processors.
And you don't have to pay for more than what you need.
Exactly.
Right? There's nothing worse than like said, oh, I spent several $1,000s on this new phone.
On
and
a
then
typewriter.
Right. So your phones are honestly sometimes more expensive than these laptops now. And you're like, but I didn't use half the features. That's kind of disappointing because then you realize, oh, I just paid for a bunch of things I never need. This is going to be everything you need at a price that's affordable today if you want to take advantage of the flex pay or the interest-free financing. A couple other reasons why I chose Apple as my new laptop. First of all, I just loved the size of it. It's very sleek. It's very lightweight. It weighs less than 3 pounds. I also wanted that quick boot up. This turns on instantly, so fast. I also love the extended battery life. Maybe the laptop that you have right now is like dying every few hours, or you can't actually take it on a plane, get through several movies, or take it with you when you're, sitting in a coffee shop or you're traveling, you're in a hotel. This is something that wherever you go, you can take it with you. It's also great for students. They love Apple MacBook Airs. The first time we all pitched in to get my 3 nephews Apple MacBook Airs, it was really fun because they were just so thrilled. And they all have totally different interests. From music, someone wanted to do music software, another one wanted to play video games, another wanted to create his own films. I mean, whatever your interest is, you'll find it's intuitive and so easy to do on an Apple MacBook Air. These are brand new, out of the box. So these are not refurbished. These are not, as seen on TV, 12 years ago. These are all new. They're right from Apple. You can actually walk into an Apple store. Bill Duggan's finding ancient photos.
There we go.
Of me. Well, actually, maybe not too ancient. Depends on the year. You could actually walk into an Apple store with this Apple MacBook Air. You don't have to have bought it there.
No.
We are an official licensed Apple retailer and say, hey, I need some help. I got this Apple MacBook Air. I've got a question. You can sign up for their Genius Bar if you've got anything that you want to go over with them. So you just have to make a couple decisions. We're going to make it really easy. Choose the color of the Apple MacBook that you want, the rose, the silver, or the space gray. And then you're going to decide what colors in the cases and the accessories. And by the way, those can add up when you go to either directly to an Apple store or you try to shop online and say, well, I definitely want the plastic click-on cover because that's always protecting your investment. And then I still want a padded carrying case because you got to put it in your backpack or your carry-on or your briefcase. You want to protect it. And you also get the earbuds.
And just remember, you're ordering by the clip-on case color.
Okay, perfect.
So if you want leopard, that's the clip-on case, but then you get that nice brown
okay, and the
portfolio.
green we're calling our Galaxy Marble. So that's the pretty clip-on case there. The lilac, you get the clear clip-on, but you get the celestial color in the actual bag. And then below that is the blue python. We're calling Serenity Python. The one in the middle is the white marble. I just think that's the coolest looking. And then this choice, clear, comes with a red and white houndstooth case. 18-hour battery life. It's fast. It's quiet. It's seamless. It's under $900. This sold out the last time it was on air. This is our final presentation. final presentation. So, Bill, what do we need to cover for anybody who hasn't yet had a chance to dive into an Apple MacBook Air? You're just going to be so excited. There's nothing like, you know, opening that box and having the whole Apple experience.
And being proud of it, too, because you talk about you're taking out your computer, whether it's on a plane or at the coffee shop. I remember being on the plane and I had to get some work done. I took out my laptop. It had buttons missing. I was a little embarrassed. I'm like, don't look at my screen. But that's just it. You want to be proud of it, and you will for a long time. But your needs and interests will evolve and change. That's what I encourage everyone to do this, is get into your email, because that's, you know, how our gateway to the office and to family and friends and paying our bills. And notice, they send you a PowerPoint presentation. Are you going to be able to open that easily? You bet you can. And boom, did you see how quickly it opened that up? Or do you need to work in Excel? That's not going to be a problem, because you can work in both realms, whether it's the school, whether it's the office, make your changes and all that great stuff with such efficiency. And sure, that's day one, but year 2, year 3, and this is where it kind of gets fun. Because of Apple technology, you might be exposing yourself to stuff you didn't know it could do. Do you have an iPad? Have you heard of sidecarring? Or maybe you're working on a big project. So what I'm going to do over here, I've turned my iPad into a second screen. Able to drag this over and get this off my desktop because I have to work on my Excel document or my homework. Isn't that pretty cool? And the thing is, I'll be honest with you, when I bought my iPad, when I bought my Mac, I didn't know they could do this. But that's where, again, you're investing in some great technology. And you said it too, Sarah. Why overspend for what you're going to need it for? Am I going to do this all the time? Not necessarily. But there does come a time where, you know, I do want a little more desktop space, and I'm going to have that option with my investment in Apple. Remember, it is the M1 processor. We like to highlight that because if you're out there shopping, you might see MacBook computers with a chip that goes dun 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 dun. You know it. Let's just be honest, it's Intel. That just means it's the generation before this one, which means it's older. So if you want to really make the jump to where Apple started making the chips in-house, you start with the M1 series. So that's going to give us better battery life. It used to be about 10 to 12 hours. We're now up to 18 hours. And the other crazy thing, which is weird, they made the transistors in the chip smaller, but more powerful. Isn't that always weird?
Yeah.
Get smaller, but stronger.
I know.
That's how Apple does it.
Bought a laptop in a long time, this is going to be like night and day.
Totally.
Your old laptop is hot, it's heavy, it takes forever to kind of boot up, it takes forever to transfer or download, or you're trying to like watch a video and it's like buffering and spinning. It's not you, it's your laptop. Like everything is getting faster and faster and more seamless and smaller and more compact and more lightweight. This is like a race car of laptops. And I think you're going to be so thrilled that you were watching and shopping. But here's the catch. Everything on free shipping, that ends at midnight. This is our final presentation for the entire birthday month on our Apple MacBook Air. So we're not going to present it again. Pick your color, pick your accessories. You're getting the total package. Yeah. You're getting everything you need, and you can still take your time and put it on interest-free monthly payments. So you could do it on your major credit card of choice, or we have the HSN credit card where you can extend that financing for 18 months. It's like, what, $48 a month, and we'll get this out to you. You can start enjoying it. You also have 30 days to try it out. Yeah, and Apple gives you 14, so we can give you more there. You're not going to regret it. You're just going to appreciate your investment every time you use it. Yes. Yeah. Every time I use it, I go, oh, that was such a good call, Sarah. Right? I pat myself on the back. But actually, it's all because of you, Bill. Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks, Bill. Grab what you can. Coming up, free shipping on origami right after this.
Let's chat about getting some of the best deals on the things you love.